So hello everyone, and in this video I am going to discuss part 3 of my internal paper. Uh, Question 16 is remaining from part 3. After it I will discuss part 4. So question 16 is using the age A and productivity P data from question 4. Normalize using Z score to normalize, subtract the sum and divide by the standard deviation for every data point. So the age we can calculate for 23, Z score is equals to minus 1.17, and 9.5 it is minus 2.08. For covariance, there is a formula R is equals to covariance AP divided by sigma A into sigma P, which is 0.82 for this. Then there is a strong positive relationship R is equals to 0.82. This confirms that as a student age increases, their self-assessed learning productivity significantly increases. After it, part 4, question number 17, there is a data given. After it, we have to calculate equal frequency partitioning. So, bean 1, bean 2, bean 3, you can see here, here is the set of bean 1, bean 2, and bean 3 on the screen. After it, we have to calculate equal width partitioning for 3 bean. We can also calculate it by divide the range. 215 minus 5 is equals to 210 into equal intervals of width 70. So the bean 1, bean 2 and bean 3 is this. Sets. After it, clustering. Group data based on natural closeness. So cluster 1 is 5, 10, 15, 13, 15 for low values. Cluster 2 is 35, 50, 55, 72, 92 for mid values, and cluster 3 is 204 and 215 for extreme outliers. For part 5, feature selection flowchart, question number 18, you can draw the flowchart using these steps. Flowchart selection. Firstly, start with empty set, test all individual attributes, select attribute that improve model most, add to set, repeat until no improvement, and stop. Backward elimination. Start with all attributes, train model, identify list significant attributes, then highest p value, and remove attributes, repeat until performance drop, and then stop. And then hybrid method. Combine both at each step at the base new attribute, and then check if any existing attributes can be removed without hurting performance. After it, part 6, compatibility and pairing. So in question number 9, we have to find contingency matrices in invariant dissimilarity and non-invariant dissimilarity. So we can calculate it using this method as shown in the screen. Contingency, we can find out, uh, you can see A vs B, A vs C. So we can calculate like this. After it, invariant dissimilarity, we can use for invariant dissimilarity, we can use this formula R plus S divided by Q plus R plus S plus T. So for by this we can calculate 0, 1, 1, this type of values. After it, for non-variant dissimilarity, you can see the formula and the calculation. After it, best and worst pair. So best pair is A and B and worst is A and C. Includes gender. We combine the skill distance with gender difference. So A and B and A and C. You can see the calculation here. After it, conclusion. If the goal is academic collaboration, A and B is preferred because skill compatibility usually outweigh gender similarity in project work. So this is all about internal first questions with answer.